Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast. I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2020. The album Dad AF. Rock on, gold dust. Sing it with me, woman. Okay, let's get right in this video. Today is a conspiracy speculation video, which means it will just be me talking about some things that have happened in the past, what I think. I was sent an interesting DM today, and so I thought, you know what, this actually makes a really good topic for a video, and I think that it's needed. It's a needed discussion, so we're going to talk about it. I'd like to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section below. Please sound off. Like always, we can have our opinion and be kind and classy and considerate of one another. You know, listen, it's 2019. We can have our opinion. That's why I love to see the conversations that you guys have in the comment sections. But, you know, allow somebody to have their opinion and be kind to them in return. So anyway, before I get into this video, I have two things I need to say. First of all, this is a ding-a-ling-a-ling, sham-a-lang, dang, ding-dong. Ding! House of Drama, Drama Phone. This is Peter speaking. Oh, hi, Jane. How are you? No, I'm not sipping gimlets today, Jane. No, I'm sitting around and I'm drinking my cup of tea. I'm back at the AAA meetings, Jane. I just love hearing everybody's stories. So interesting. There's some real sorrow there, huh? Well, I don't know if I'm going to be making it to the Women's League this week. Yeah. Cup of tea. Cup of tea, Jane. Peter Monn talked about it on his channel, and then I just had to go order some. It's fantastic. I love it. Well, all right, Jane, I'll talk to you later. Goodbye. So anyway, this video is sponsored not by the Drama Fund, but this video is sponsored by Cup of Tea by Taylor, and it is Cup of Tea right there. I will link all the information below. Thank you for sponsoring this video. As you guys know, I only do sponsorships of products that I really, really believe in and stand behind, and this tea is absolutely fantastic. I love it. So let me show you a little bit. This is like my third sponsorship with them too. She is so fantastic to work with. I have loved working with her. She is absolutely amazing. She is just one of the coolest businesswomen ever. Go to her website, read her story about why she started this. I love any business that has a story, that has a mission to it. She does. Taylor, I applaud you for your mission and for just your encouragement in telling your story to help others. I love that. I love any kind of business that has a story behind it. So anyway, what you can order on there is, first of all, these teas. And these are the teas that I have currently. She was just like, do you need more tea? I'm like, I'm good. And I'm like drinking it all the time. So anyway, Coke Nutty Cream is one of them. Here, you can't see it really with the ring light. And then the Chop Chop Chai. Ooh, all these names have such cute titles, do they? Cream of Earl Grey, and then the Peach Please. Oh, no. Where's the one I'm drinking today? The one I'm drinking is the Nom's Berry Delight, and it is actually my favorite. But the other thing is, she sent me the cup, the gorgeous little cup that says Cup of Tea on it. And then you can also get a little spoon, a little gold spoon. Who doesn't like a gold spoon? And then the best thing ever are these little bags. So it's loose leaf tea, right? And you can order these little bags that come with it. If you don't have like a little, you know, maker or like whatever. And then you put the tea inside of the bag, and then you pull the drawstring, and it makes your own little bag. So here, I will show you. Here is the tea that I am currently drinking right now. Nom Nom Berry Delight. Look at that. It's absolutely delicioso. Love it. Okay, let's get into this video. Oh, the other thing I want to talk about is the glitch. The glitch is back. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a long time, there was a period, and it may not be the glitch on my channel. People might just be like, girl, kick rocks. I don't know. But there was a period of time on my channel when I was losing subscribers every day. And I would say on here, it's not consistent with the views that I'm getting in the comments, which it isn't right now, right? But people might just get, you never know. You never know, right? So apparently, people are getting unsubscribed to channels. It's happening again. It happened like 2 years ago. It happened like a year ago. And so there was this whole joke around me when I was complaining about it, because I was like, oh, look. So anyway, apparently it's a glitch in the system. I don't know, okay? But just check to make sure that you're subscribed to me. Make sure that you're subscribed to all of your favorite YouTubers out there. Make sure that you are turned on their notifications, that you're turned on. Family friendly. Make sure that you have your notifications turned on for them so that you can, you know, get all of their videos when they come out. I post daily videos on all of my channels. So you can just go check out all my channels, and then every day you can go Google search. You can put in Peter Vlogs, Peter Monn, but you probably don't want to do that. So you want to make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. So why wouldn't you? Anyway, so there's that, and yeah, the sponsorship, and I will link all the information for the sponsorship below. And go check out her website. It's fantastic. Okay. So let's get into the drama of the video today. The drama of the video is I was sent this direct message, and she said to me, now I reached out to her and I said, do you want to shout out for the, you know, the idea or whatever? And I haven't heard back from her yet, but she said, hey, I was wondering, in view of what has come to light with James and Manny, etc., do you think Toddy was manipulated into making her bi-sister video? So, if you don't know what you don't know is a lot, let's do a little history lesson here, right? Okay, well, first of all, let's go back to yesterday, in my video yesterday. James Charles, first of all, let me just tell you what a disappointing situation I had on my review. My review today made me sad. It really did. It was the saddest review. So you have to go check out my review video today. But yesterday I did my response to Manny and Mua'S video that he came out and kind of finally spoke after a year on how he was feeling and what was going on and all that kind of stuff. My husband is calling me right now. So I was like, what does that sound? Well, it's my husband in the background calling. So anyway, I did my whole response to that. Well, in there I talked about how James Charles had retweeted his video and said something to the effect of he was happy to call him a friend. Now, underneath that thread on Twitter, somebody said, I thought you hated him, to James. And James responded, I disliked him a year ago when I was letting other people's opinions affect mine, which was wrong and childish. Manny's a great person who has grown a lot, okay? And so this is what this person is referencing. This whole idea that James Charles is putting out there that somebody was in his ear saying, you shouldn't be friends with Manny, Manny this, Manny that, and people are speculating who it could possibly be, right? This direct message would lead me to believe that this person is saying, do you think it's Jeffree Star? Do you think that Jeffree Star was telling James not to be friends with Manny in the same way that he possibly could have said to Toddy, and I've already said this in a video, so this is nothing new. I said it way back in the day when I did the Dramageddon videos, that Jeffree Star could have possibly said to Toddy, hey, listen, okay, I know you feel like you need to come out and say your piece about James, right? And we don't really know the truth behind that and what it was and whatever. And Toddy may have had some very real concerns, right? If you make your video, I will back you 100%. Which she made her video, which Jeffree did back her, okay? So it's interesting to look at this and the whole idea of manipulation and who is being manipulated. Now, let's just be for real, okay? In James' situation, I mean, he's what, 19, 20? So I think he's 20. I'm not really sure. So anyway, you know, do I feel like he could be manipulated to some degree? I think that James has proven that the growth of his channel, the amount of money that he's making, the fame that he has received, the invitations that he's getting are really, really important to him, right? So if you have somebody in a power situation, it could be Jeffree, it could be anybody, right? In James's ear telling him, you need to do this or you need to do that, blah, 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 whatever, you know, then I think he probably would listen to them. I think that people look to Jeffree and they think, oh, this is a person that is extremely powerful. This is a person that has, you know, a lot of fame. This is a person that seems to have it figured out, right? So do I think that James could have allowed himself, and I'm saying allowed, right, to be manipulated in that situation? Well, I think it's one thing, right? Like, when you're in that YouTube world, I have to believe, like, on that level, that you have to kind of see how things are going down, too. But who knows what the background conversations are. Now, a lot of people always want to say to me whenever I talk about, like, you know, Jeffree Star being concerned with all this drama and whatever, and people are like, Jeffree's got so much stuff going on that he's not concerned with all that drama. Well, I know that to not be true, okay? So, I think they're all of them, quite frankly, concerned with the drama. And I think they all watch what the other person is putting out, right? And I have seen that with my own eyes. So, do I believe that Jeffree would have decisively manipulated James into not liking Manny, well, then you're talking about something on a completely different level, right? And I don't know that I believe that. I don't know what I believe. When you talk about the whole situation with Toddy, and let's say, you know, Toddy is talking to Jeffrey, or Toddy's talking to whoever, right? And she's saying, I want to put this Bi Sisters video out, and I don't know what to do, blah, 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 should I? And they're saying that. We have to also remember, okay, and I'm not giving James any like leeway or a pass on this, but he is much younger. Toddy is an adult woman, okay? And, you know, as we grow, it's like, we can choose to still be manipulated or choose to hear somebody else say something, but I don't give Toddy as much of a pass on this as I would with James, you know, and the whole situation is so messy because we still don't know what the real truth is about it. What's interesting to me, you know, is that, okay, so all of a sudden, James is friends with Manny, right? So then, what is that conversation going on? So what has Manny told James about that? Or what is James telling Manny about his friendship with Jeffrey and all that kind of stuff? But, you know, it's interesting, like, people always are like, why do you not do videos about smaller creators? You should do videos about smaller creators. Okay, can you imagine if I got on here and nobody really wants to know the drama about smaller creators? That's the truth. And the reality is most smaller creators aren't in all the drama. But the bigger creators are in a lot of drama. And do I believe that they manipulate each other? Absolutely. Do I believe that they manipulate the truth? Absolutely. All of them. Not just James, not just Jeffrey, not just Manny, not just any, I think they all do. I think it's a business, and I think it's partly how they have to handle the whole situation. You know, like, when all of this was going on, people were speculating that maybe Jeffrey and Manny were still friends. Like, that was kind of like a speculation that was out there at the time. Like, maybe this whole thing was concocted. I'm talking about a year ago, you know? That maybe this whole thing was concocted just for drama, just for views, just for subscribers. I don't believe that in retrospect. I don't believe when people lose, like even when the whole James and Jeffrey and Toddy thing came out, people were speculating about that too, that it could be concocted drama. You know, and I even said in videos that people were like, is this Shane's like series? Is he seeing what happens? You know, if we put drama out there, how can it handle? Do you guys remember that people were speculating that this was like an experiment that Shane was putting on? I'm not really, I don't believe that at all. I do not believe that people would cost their reputations and or put at cost the reputations and the careers they've worked so hard on to, you know, put this out there. But what is, you know, for a Shane Dawson series, I just don't believe that. But what is interesting to me is when you look at Dramageddon 1 happening and Dramageddon 2 happening, okay, and you see all of these splitting ups and whatever, that there is very much a pairing of what is going on YouTube, and it doesn't seem like we're ever going to go back to the same way that it was before. I think, like, this is the thing. When you have, to me, okay, when I look at the situation, and I said coming into 2019, listen, I was just going to be completely unbiased and show you things how it was. You know, if tomorrow, like, if I was going to be friends, like, let's just say, I'll go through with each of them, right? If I tomorrow was the next beauty influencer and I had, let's say, 5 million subscribers and they were all friending me, right? With, like, let's just talk about Manny, okay? With Manny, I think if all of a sudden he was my friend, do I think that I would take into consideration the whole idea that in the past he was a social climber? Yes, that would go through my mind. And I would be like, is he just using me because now I'm the hottest, fastest thing growing? You know, like, and I would think the same thing about James. James is always wanting to have the hottest, fastest thing on his channel, right? To help his channel grow. But you know, it's interesting. In the past, Shane Dawson did the same thing. Shane Dawson would have new people on his channel because that would bring a new population to his channel. So it's not a stupid business move, right? Is it social climbing or is it collabing like I talked about yesterday? I don't know. I think it's networking. I think it's a smart business move, right? You know, when I look at a lot of these people, like Gabriel, Zamora, and Nikita, like, I have no personal issues with them, but I would be like, I'm not really sure I trust this. Like, with Gabriel Zamora, I'd be like, well, anything that I say to him is going to be public knowledge at some point. He's going to feel like he can get on a Snapchat story and just tell it, right? I mean, true story, that's how I would feel. You know, with Nikita Dragon, she kind of just stays out of all of it. I don't know. Like, in all honesty, I know people don't like Nikita, but she doesn't come out and tell a lot of stories on her friends. She just really doesn't, right? She kind of stays silent about a lot of this. You know, and then you got Jeffree Star, and it's like, I don't know. Jeffree Star is the common denominator in a lot of friendships falling south, and he has never spoken on that, right? And people are like, oh, Jeffree handles things in a classy way. Jeffree does this. No, Jeffree puts out a lot of snake emojis and just cuts people off. That's not the kind of friendship I want in my life. I want a friendship where I can sit down and talk to somebody and say, hey, listen, I screwed up. You know, what's your part in it? What's my part in it? Can we work things through? You know? So I don't know. And that's why I say often in my videos, they're all a bunch of snakes as far as I'm concerned. Do I like some of them? Sure. As human beings, yes. But I think that if you're going to be successful on YouTube, you have to play this game. I think you have to play the game, right? And I've witnessed that. I've witnessed, you know, and take it off of the beauty influencer community. I've seen, you know, like, this person befriending this person for what reason makes absolutely no sense, and you put two and two together and you're like, oh, I get it now, right? And it's all about building populations together and collabs and whatever. It's like this whole idea of this social climber thing is just so interesting to me. It just really, really is. You know, I was thinking about this the other day. It's like, I was thinking about, you know, Tana Mojo and Jake Paul getting married, and now you don't really hear anything about it. You know, Tana Mojo put this picture up, I will say this, the other day on her Instagram. That was probably one of the most beautiful pictures of Tana I have ever seen in my entire life, right? By the way, can we also talk about Raw Beauty Christie's new profile picture on Twitter? Gagged, okay? And that, she put that picture up on Instagram too. The black and white picture, most beautiful picture I've ever seen of her in my entire life. She looks absolutely amazing in that picture. You know, but I was thinking about the Tana and Jake thing. It's like, that was the biggest fail of 2019, okay? That Tana, Jake, collab, marriage, whatever it was. And the reason why was, it wasn't natural. It wasn't built up. It wasn't natural together. And they're not going to give any answers on what happened now. And this is the thing, is like, YouTubers kind of know, like, we can build a story and just split and go our separate ways, and then we can hide behind the guise of, it's our personal story, we don't have to tell you. And I understand that, and I think that's fair, right? Unless it's done for views. And then if it's done for views, I don't get it. It's like, do you remember back in the day with Christine Seidelko and Elijah Daniel? Like, they were going to get married in a Taco Bell. Like, okay, well, Christine brought Elijah onto her channel. She basically built Elijah into what he is to some degree. Now, Elijah had a social media presence on Twitter and things like that, and was very funny in his own right, and the two of them together, but I always felt like Christine, who was like the front person in that whole situation, you know, and it worked very, very well until it didn't anymore. And then they came out and they said, hey, listen, we're going our separate ways, and they did it in a very, very, I think, the two of them, for being the shit show that they are sometimes, handled that in the most professional way that I have seen on YouTube in a long, long way. That basically they just said, hey, listen, we're going our separate ways, right? If Manny and Jeffree had done that back in the day, that wouldn't be the case, okay? And you're talking about 30-plus-year-old adults. Well, Manny's almost 30, I think. You're not talking about, you know, 20-year-old kids, except for in James Charles' situation, where James is kind of like this phenomenon on YouTube because he has so much power and he has all these people that watch him. I mean, he's one of the fastest growing channels on YouTube, right? Whether, I don't know how he's getting those subscribers, I'm just saying, you know? But he is. He's one of the fastest growing, you know, YouTubers. And so he has a lot of power. He has a lot of power in what he says and what he does. I think it's going to be interesting in this series. If Shane Dawson addresses Dramageddon 2 and anything to do with James Charles, I do believe that James Charles will come out and vocalize how he feels about it. And I think it might start something huge. I think we might see something huge happen with all of that. And I don't really believe that Jeffree Star wants that to happen. You know, I will say that it seems to me that lately, like in the last 3+ months, Jeffree has kind of like tried to stay out of a lot of the drama. I mean, he really, it seems to me he has. There's been little things that have come up over time, you know, and I've seen those things happen, but like, it's like just little drama. Jeffree Star is really, I think, struggles with staying out of drama completely because I think that he enjoys it to some degree. We all do. I enjoy it. I'm not, you know, like, that's not to me a criticism. I enjoy it. But I think, like, you know, they all do. And I think they all know. I think Manny enjoys it to some degree. I think Laura enjoys it. Although I don't know so much if Laura enjoys it anymore. Laura seems to be kind of be over here just doing her thing. You know, it was interesting in my video yesterday. I got so many comments from people that were like, you know, Laura needs to take a lesson from Manny and blah, 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 whatever. I was really surprised at the reception that Manny got on his video. I really thought that people would absolutely come for him, and some people did, but a lot of people were just like, this is just amazing. Congratulations on this video. And I think it was really setting a precedent, like I said yesterday. You know, the thing is that all these people can't come out and imitate what Manny did. Like, he came out and did a really authentic video. So for Laura to do a video and say, like, a year later for Nikita and Gabriel, well, Nikita's not. I mean, she knows. that the way that she handled the situation was true to her brand. But I also think that they must wonder, you know, like, will I ever be able to be friends with some of these people again? Will we ever mend fences? You know, the really sad thing about all of this is that we don't really know what happened, and yet we are the consumers, whether we're watching a video or buying their products, that are invested in these people. You know, we don't know if watching these people, if we're watching Manny and you're buying Lunar Beauty, if his video was absolutely BS and it was a total lie. You know, we don't know that when we're watching Jeffree Star, if the things that he's saying really represents who he is as a person. We don't know when we're watching Nikki Tutorials or Nikita Dragon or Laura Lee, who they really are as their core. They haven't told us or shown us a lot of that, right? And so what we only see is this public persona. And then it makes you wonder, but then is that what YouTube is? Is that us buying into this public persona? And I think that most of us, honestly, we don't want to go that deep. We just kind of want to know what the public persona is, and that's what we like. And I think at the end of the day, then we can like who we want to like, you know? And I don't think that you should ever be swayed to not like one or the other or blah, 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 blah. You know, like whoever you want to watch. Watch all of their videos, you know? I said this in a video like last week. I said, you know, like if you ask me to watch like a Jeffree Star, and I do watch Jeffree Star's videos, or if you ask me to watch like a Manny video or like a whatever, you know, a Laura Lee video, I'd probably pick a Jeffree Star video. They're a lot more interesting sometimes. But I also said that I think that it has a lot to do with Manny being afraid. He addressed that in his video. I hope going forward, we see a different kind of Manny. But you know, like I was talking to a friend of mine that really loves the beauty industry, and she's not on YouTube, and she doesn't have anything to do with it the other day, you know, and stuff like that. And we were talking about like how exciting really, like imagine this is a beauty influencer, like on James's level or Jeffree's level, right? Like how exciting can you make every single video? And I really honestly think at this point, it would be because people are starting to criticize like some of these people for being like Jeffree, for being, you know, in charge of Jeffree Star Cosmetics, or Manny for being in charge of Lunar Beauty, but then they're reviewing other similar products, right? I really think at this point that Jeffree could come out and he could just do things like staying at the Taco Bell hotel or videos like that, or his closet, and I don't think that he would have to do makeup anymore, and I think people would still love him and watch him. I really, really do. Do I think that Manny can do that? No, I don't think Manny is in that position. I think that Manny is a makeup artist, and I think that he is a reviewer, and you know, he is somebody that's going to have to stay to makeup on his channel, and I think that's the difference with a lot of these channels. But if you think about it, right, like how really over the top, like I have yet to watch the review that just is like, I'm like so blown away. I am like so completely worn out and blown away, right? So I think it's hard when you're a makeup artist on YouTube. It's like, how do you keep it so exciting and so, you know, interesting? And I think what we're going to see is the pendulum is going to switch back the other way, and people are going to start watching influencers for tutorials. We're going to start watching people that do really good tutorials and know what they're talking about. We're going to start watching people do review videos that they really know what they're talking about when it comes to makeup and makeup products, right? And I think that's why people like Raw Beauty Christie are really going to like come up in the forefront, is because I think people really trust her opinion, and they really believe that she's, you know, very relatable, because she's just totally herself on video, you know, and I think we're going to see more of that. I think we're going to see more of those people rise to the top. And do I think in a year or two we're going to see a completely different 5 or 6? Yeah. I don't think these people will be where they're at in a year or two. I just don't. I think it's going to be a completely different crew of people, and I think this is kind of going to be on the way out. I do think there's going to be some huge thing that happens before we get there, though. So anyway, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.